Hi, I'm Nick with Waterfront Seafood. Today we are going to do a pan-seared swordfish with a red onion citrus salsa. Swordfish is pretty meaty fish. It's got a meaty flavor to it. We're gonna actually get like two 1-inch cuts out of this. With the swordfish, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna pepper it. So I've got some pepper that I've already thrown on the bottom of the dish. I think that's easier than actually like flipping the fish all around and messing with it. For the citrus part of the salsa, we're going to use an orange. We're gonna peel it and then cut it up into just a little bit smaller chunks. After that, we're gonna grab some red onion. Knock off the end. We definitely won't be using all of this. We're going to be using about half of an onion. We want this guy thinly sliced. We're going to add some cilantro. Looks like a 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro. Go lightly. You got oranges in there. You don't want to smash them all up. That's why you got them kind of all broke down into cubes. They'll still break up into the pieces that you gave them. And this is seriously all it takes to make just a nice little side to kick up your dish a little bit. We're gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil to heat up in the pan. Not too much. All the vegetable oil is doing is transferring the heat. You don't need it to be a ton in there. You're not trying to engulf the seafood in oil. You don't want to give it too much heat because it is swordfish. You're not searing it. It says pan seared, but I mean you're cooking it to a full temp. You're not going to undercook it. Swordfish needs to be cooked all the way through to 145 degrees. While those are cooking, you can kind of kick some of your slaw. Your oranges are going to kind of sit at the bottom. Just be ready to mix that between the two. One thing I like to do when I'm cooking any fish, because they differ in size, even the same fish, like as you can see, this guy right here, he's got this shorter side right here, not quite the same. Different part of the fish could be the same thickness, but not quite the same. So every fish is different. What I do when I'm cooking is I try to gauge on that first side how long it takes for it to slightly start cooking up on the side of the fish. And once I kind of have that gauge, when I flip it, I'm going to try to aim for about half the amount of time it took it to cook up that side. So a swordfish turns kind of white as it cooks, so I'm just waiting for that whiteness to kind of come up around the edges. So on this guy, you can see we're like starting to cook up on the side. We're getting that white. So I'm going to flip them over and I'm going to try to gauge for about half that amount of time. And that's generally a good starting point. You can always cook the fish longer, but I find that that's a good place to start, just since all fish is different. This is the pan-seared swordfish with the citrus salsa. Really quick, we just pan-seared the swordfish to 145 degrees. We put all the ingredients for the salsa together in a bowl, no cooking whatsoever. Really easy to make at home. For more recipes like this, please visit waterfrontseafoodmarket.com.